Scary stories to keep you up all night, part 1. It's 2016 and Mary has just moved into her new house. She moved from the middle of a big city in Florida all the way into the wilderness. Now, the house she bought was absolutely stunning. She moved there with her new husband. But the house was actually not that expensive. But why? Well, that's because their house was located next to a mental asylum. Now, bear in mind, the time that they moved into this house was the same time that the whole clown trend was happening back in 2016. Now, the couple settled into the home and everything was seemingly perfect. Until after about a month, weird things started to happen. Every night, they would hear the floorboards creaking and strange sounds coming from the basement. Of course it's the basement, it's always the basement. But they just ignored it and put it down to literally rats. But then it carried on for weeks, upon weeks upon weeks, and this is where things took a turn. There was a massive bang from within the basement at around 1 in the morning. Mary's husband got up and went down to check it out. He slowly opened the door to the basement and saw a pair of eyes glistening back at him. But for some reason, he opened the door and went down. Idiot. Mary came running down the stairs and was thinking, what the hell are you doing? When 20 seconds later, he ran up, basically crying, and ran into the lounge. What a pussy. Just, what? So left his wife to literally go into the basement on her own. She walked down into the dark basement to where she saw someone standing there. The man was pretty tall and dressed up as a clown. He was giggling creepily in the silence, but didn't say a word. Mary slowly backed up and went to slowly walk up the stairs, and this man just stared straight at her in the eyes, giggling. She slowly kept on backing up the stairs, slammed the door shut and jammed it so it couldn't be opened, ran into her pussy husband and called the police. Police literally didn't give a flying because they said, yeah, there's loads of clown stuff going on, guys, just leave it. Until 5 minutes later, an officer did call them back and said, hang on, what's your address? She said, and they said, well, can you give a description of this man? Was he just dressed up as a clown? Said he was kind of tall in like these weird clothes. He looked like he had a big sort of scar down his face. The officer said, okay, we're coming. They turned up, they went into the basement, and they arrested this man. Turns out he'd been living in the basement for a month, eating their food. And he was actually a patient of the mental asylum next door, who was let out on day release and didn't go back home. That follow button, see you tomorrow.